Well, I'm getting ready to replace my circuit board for my Yamaha MM6, and I have taken the keyboard apart. I've taken out all of the screws on the bottom part of the keyboard, and I took off this main circuit board here, which had 4 screws on it. I took this off, disconnected the ribbon uh, connectors there, and now I'm down to my faulty screen. And now that I've taken the screen apart, it was actually flipped upside down like this, and had 4 screws, which you can see on the corners there. I took off the 4 screws, disconnected that ribbon right there, and now I am about to take off these connectors here. I believe the one on mine, one is red and white, and the other one is white. The red and white one is positive, and the white one is for the negative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those 2 off and solder the cables onto the new screen, which I have here. This just came in from Yamaha. This particular circuit or LCD screen, I should say, cost me $165 from Yamaha, and I'll give you all the part number in just a second. But yeah, this is what the inside of my MM6 looks like. And I'm going to pause the camera. I'm going to come back in just a minute with that part number. Okay, this is the information I got from Yamaha, and it's the MM6 LCD screen part number. Hopefully you can see it there. It's WU96750, and I had to go to www.yamaha24 times or x7.com, and that's where I ordered the part. So now I'm getting ready to install the new one, and I hope my screen is fully lit this time. What was happening was only half of the LCD screen was lit. One side was, you could see clearly, and the right side of the screen was just blank, like a dark blue color. And so I couldn't scroll through my settings or anything like that. So I hope this solves the problem. So I'll come back once I have the new screen in and I start putting it back together, and then we'll see if this thing works. Got my fingers crossed. Okay, I have soldered this red and this white wire here. I soldered the red and white wire to positive, and the white wire right there to negative. And I mounted the new LCD screen in with those 4 screws. Well, one of them is right there, but there are the 4 screws that where you mount the screen in. And now what I'm going to do is mount the main circuit board in and connect all of these ribbon connectors here. And hopefully once everything is back together, I'll have a working keyboard again. Praise God. Okay, so I have put the main circuit board back in. The 4 mounting screws that was holding this one in, you got 1 there, you got 2 there, your 3rd one was here, and your 4th one was right under here. And there's a little ground wire, looks like, that you have to make sure is connected there as well. So I have all of our ribbon connectors connected here, here. This is the actual one here that's from the new circuit board. I had to connect this one back, and I had to connect this one back. On mine, on the back, underneath of all of the connectors, it's has a light blue tab. All of the light blue tabs are facing down. So hopefully, I got them all in correctly here. Just got to be careful. I usually use 2 hands. I hope I don't damage this thing. Okay, so now it's all back in. Now I'm going to put the back of the keyboard on, go plug her in, and let's see what we got going on. Now, to get to the LCD screen is just the opposite. You have to unscrew screws. You got screws down in here. I think you got a couple of screws right up in here you got to take off. And same with the back plate that goes all along here. There's some screws you have to take off. But once you get that off, you have the 4 screws that I just talked about for the main circuit board. Take these ribbons off. And then you have 4 screws that are on the LCD screen. And it's really that simple. Okay, let me put it all back together and plug the keyboard in, and let's see what we got. Okay, I'm now in the music room, and my MM6 is all back together again. Got all my stuff, my cables, all my power cables and everything plugged in. And so let's see what we got. Yeah, I got a full screen. Will you look at that? Look at that. I haven't seen that in about 6 months. Let's see if we got sound. Awesome. Awesome. So now my LCD screen is fully lit. Well, I'm not the keyboard player, I'm the bass player, but this is my keyboard that we use for our groups. I know our keyboard players are going to be so happy. We use this keyboard as a second keyboard, um, but it's been a long time since I've seen that LCD screen like that. Actually, this half of the screen over here, it was split about right there. That's all I used to see. And this half where my fingers are were dark blue. But now, as you can see, full screen. And as I scroll around, you can see the settings changing. This is awesome. I'm so excited. Let me go email the band right away. Peace.